I'm gonna tell you when it's live.
For sure.
Okay. All right, so we are live. Thank you guys for coming through to the Black Student Talk Show. Today we are going to be talking about financial literacy in the Black community, which we all need to be talking about. It should be like the forefront of all of our minds, in my opinion. My name is Aryan. I work at the Block. I'm a third year at SJSU. I'm going to ask everyone to introduce themselves. But I'm a third year at SJSU majoring in African American Studies and Justice Studies. And, I just wanted to bring this together because I feel like, I got some entrepreneurs on here and we all just have experience in investing and just thinking about money, So I'll just start off by like asking everybody, what's your investment story or your entrepreneurship story? Like, how'd you get into financial literacy? Either Mecca or Melissa can start. And you can also introduce yourselves as well.
All right, yeah, I'll go ahead and start. My name is Nemeka Nadozie. I'm a fourth year senior. I major in sociology. And yeah, for the most part, my investment story started from like probably sophomore year because like I had picked the degrees kinesiology, but I didn't really like it. And so it led to me switching to sociology. And as I was learning about sociology, I was learning about the world and how like everything kind of works and like how in reality, like there's power structures and the way to gain access to that power structure is to gain the knowledge to realize that there is one. So then I started thinking about how can I get rich? Like, yeah, I can get a job and like work my entire life, but I realized that if I'm working for the money I'm getting, that means I'm never going to be financially free because I'm continually working for like the money I want. You feel me? So I met this guy playing video games, to be honest, and he talked to me. He was like, "Hey man, like you ever thought about investing?" And I had been thinking about it, so I was like, "Yeah, like I've been thinking about it, but I don't feel like I have the capital to invest." And then he told me about the foreign exchange market, and I was over here skeptical at first because I had heard about it before, but I wasn't sure if it was like legit. So I did my research, and then from the research that I did, it looked pretty legit. So I started doing it, and ever since I started doing it, like I'm not gonna lie, it takes a lot of work and it takes like really wanting to learn the knowledge. But after I've learned so much, I realized like how like important this is for like Black people to like. I think everybody, every minority group, that if you're not like rich or anything, you need to think about investing because it's the only way to set yourself up to be financially free. So I'm trying to get to a point now to where the investments that I make more money than the job that I'm working at. And that point, that's the only point that anyone can really truly say they're free is when your money is making you more money. So that means that the job at this point is like you're doing it because you love it. Like that's your passion instead of you doing it because you have to pay a check. So like that's pretty much my story on the whole thing. And yeah.
I'm literally smiling. Like, this is so beautiful to hear because, like, it's not enough of us, like, talking about this or just, like, having that mindset. And I understand that there's a lot of people out there, but we just don't talk about it enough, right? Because, like, Mecca, we've known each other since, like, whenever, freshman year, since my freshman year. But, like, we've never talked on this level. And it's like, if I never had you on Instagram, like, I would have never known. So just having more intentional conversations about, like, financial literacy and just, like, changing our minds. So I'm really glad that you brought that up.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Melissa Williams. I'm a third year, my major is public health. And my story, it's not like Mecca's, not at all. Not into Forex, maybe one day, but one day, not today. But currently I'm a self-owned businesswoman. I do hair and I've been doing it since, it's been a long time, probably like my sophomore year in high school. So what's that? Almost 6 years. And it's just been, honestly, it's a great experience. It's different. And it comes to a point where it's like learning how to make your own money, setting your own schedule, and knowing what you want as a person. And also, my very first job, honestly, would be this year. I currently work at another salon, but I do data entry. And it's just interesting to see how you have to work for 2 weeks and receive a paycheck. Whereas when I would work, anytime I do hair, I receive my income. And it's just an interesting like insight and thinking like when you grow up or whatever you decide to become, like, do you want to work a 9 to 5 and get paid on a scheduled time, or do you want to work for yourself and invest for yourself and do what you want to do? And right now I'm just in the process of, just understanding what needs to be done. And, I also want to get into the stock market, but I feel as if I need to learn before I fully put my foot in. So right now, just living life, trying to acquire currency and, stay alive. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, Melissa, if you guys don't know her, if no one knows Melissa, she's a hustler, like for real. This girl will do so much hair in a day. Like first of all, I can't do hair, refuse to do hair, will only do my own hair. Really don't even want to do that. But like the strength to even like wake up and decide to do like 10 people's heads in a day is crazy. But that's that hustler mentality, and a lot of people are missing that. That's that mentality by saying like, I don't want to work for anybody else. Now you do, but you made that choice. You didn't have to. You made that choice that I don't want to work for nobody else. I want to make my own money. I want to set my own schedule. And that's what we need. Like we got to stop depending on everybody else. But first you got to change your mindset first. So I guess I talk about my story. Like, I mean, I guess I got into investing around, okay, well, I started learning about it, I should say. I always knew like I wanted money. Like, I want to be rich, wealthy. I don't want to, like, when I look at myself and I think about how I work as a person, like, I really don't like authority. Like, I'm the type of person, whereas, like, I want to control my own destiny. Right now, I'm in a place where, like, I'm going to accumulate as much wealth as I want, as I possibly can. Melissa says she don't want to work for nobody. My mindset is more so like, I want to accumulate as much money as I can so I can invest as much as I can. So right now I have 3 jobs, literally. I work for my mom's business, I work at the school, and I also have another job in the city. So like I'm working 3 jobs just so I can, my goal is to invest $300 a month off the rip, automatically do it because I can, because I work so hard that I'm able to do that. And on top of that, I'm able to buy what I want. That's another hustler mentality. And it's important to note, like all of us have different stories, but all of us in the back of our minds is we're gonna go get it regardless. And that's how you gotta think. But as far as investing, I started to think about it once my mom introduced me to a podcast called Earn Your Leisure. I'm pretty sure like a lot of people have heard about it. If you haven't, definitely like Melissa, if you want to start investing, start right there. Follow them on Instagram, because they're constantly posting information on how to start investing, how to build your investment portfolio, how to create investment plans, and that's where you need to start. Like Melissa's right, like you never want to just jump into investing because just as you can make a lot of money, you can lose a lot as well. So it's important to just, put your first foot forward and say like, I want to learn first. So I started listening to this podcast and I'm like, dang, like they kind of speaking my language, like they're making money. And it's like, that's where I really learned, like I started to change my mindset of like money is a tool. Before I used to think of like money as just like this disposable thing that will be able to get me things. And like in a way that's true, but money is really a tool. And in order for it to really work for us, in our community, we tell like, once you get money, you reward yourself. But it's like, no, once I get money, I'm investing that. And then whatever I get from that, I reinvest and then take something off the top of that reinvestment to get whatever I want. But like that's my mindset now. It's like money is a tool to make me more money, and that's only it. I only splurge when I can and when I've made an accomplishment from my investments. So that's kind of my investment story. So I started to learn through those podcasts, do my own research, and then I have the honor of like being a part of a program called Operation Genesis. And from there, like they hired a guy from actually Wall Street to like teach us investing. So like twice a week, every week, I've been on these calls just learning all that I can learn about investments, about stocks, options, real estate, entrepreneurship, everything there is to learn. And I understand that everybody doesn't have the access to that knowledge, but you really do because it's all on the internet. All you gotta do is apply yourself. So that's my investment story. I hope you guys, like the ones watching, can resonate with one of us and just know that if any of us can do it, you can too. So that's great. Like I'm glad to hear you guys all, you know, just getting into it. But I guess my first question would be like, how do you think Black people have been locked out of this knowledge? Because I feel like growing up, I mean, I can speak for myself, but I was never taught any of this until my mom and like a few years ago was like, listen to this. You know, that was her first time hearing it too. So like we just started changing our mindset. Like, so like why have we been locked out and how have we been locked out?
Honestly, like I feel you on that. Like, cause growing up, I grew up in Inglewood, California. So like the people in my neighborhood, like the thought of getting rich, there was only like one of two ways to do it. It was like sell drugs, play sports, rap. Like, you feel me? So like I never even like imagined that I can be an investor. Like every time you would even like hear one of your friends talk about it, they'd be like, that's some white people shit. Like, you feel me? Like I don't want to invest my, that's boring. Like, you feel me? Like people would talk about it as if it was like that. And I think that's like a big reason why like a lot of people in our culture don't even like see it as important. Even now, like to my age that I am now, like when I first had started joining my Forex company, it's called I Am Academy. I went to a couple of my close homies. Like I was like, oh yeah, like they like money. They obviously gonna like this. I'll tell them about it. They over here thinking, nah, there's no way. It's a scam. There's no way you making money for real. Even if I show them the profits, they're like, nah, it's a scam. Like I'm not about to believe this. And that just goes to show that kind of mindset that they don't really truly believe that your money can make you money. Like they don't even like, some people really haven't even like processed something like that, you know? And it's just kind of sad to see that. And it motivates me more, to be honest, because it's like, before I wasn't really sure like what I wanted to do if I got rich, you know, I was just like, I wanted to get rich. I just knew I wanted a good life, you feel me? But after like going through all that and like trying to like expose people to the opportunity, I realized that my goal and overall is to someday open a business, a financial literacy business, just kind of like earn your leisure, you know, and like try my best to get to my community in Inglewood and like hopefully expand and give people that kind of knowledge that so that we can create that generational wealth for color folk. You feel me? Yeah.
Facts, man. I love that, honestly, man. Like we really need it. I think we have to grasproot it because like we're not taught these things. And it's like we can't even fault our parents because they never knew in the first place either. So it's just about unlearning and relearning.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, pretty much well said. Everything you said, and even like you said, Ari as well. I mean, I feel like we're not taught in the mindset of how we view our money. You know, the moment we get money, we want to go spend it. Like for example, when people got their stimulus check, I didn't get one, but you know, what did you do with it? Did you utilize it? Did you invest in it, or did you spend it?
Right.
That's our problem. The way we view money, and the moment we understand money and how we could utilize it to make more money, I feel like that would be our greatest thing to even get us to going forward. And our downfall is that we don't know it.
Absolutely. I think like to your point, Mecca, about people not wanting to invest their money, like people think it's such a far-fetched thing. Like, you know, I can't like people like I can't wait 5 years. Even when I'm having these conversations now with people who want to invest, I can't wait 5 years. I can't wait 10 years. Like I need my money now. But like number one, that's just not how it works. Like you got to build wealth. Number two, those 5 years is gonna come no matter what. That's the thing. It's gonna come, you know? Like I just think about in like 2018 when I was graduating high school, I had a Spanish teacher. This man, like in my eyes at that time, was crazy. He was like, "You guys really need to invest in Bitcoin. Like Bitcoin's the next thing. Like it's only X amount of dollars." I was like, "Bro, like first of all, what are you talking about? I never heard of Bitcoin. I don't invest. Don't even know what any of that means." Now today, like I look at Bitcoin like, dang, if only I listened, right? But it's like we were never exposed to that. Like we don't even know what that means. And it's like now we just really got to take these tools and educate our people, you know? So I commend you on wanting to do that for your community. And that's something I hope to do as well.
No cap, bro. Like a crazy fact, bro. I found this out probably like 3 months ago, bro. And that shit, like this is right when I joined the business. And then I found out like the updated facts, like literally like the beginning of this year. If you had taken your stimulus check of $1,500 and invested it in Bitcoin the moment it came out, you would be up over $100,000 right now. That's like mind blowing.
It's that powerful.
Bro, that's
so when Bitcoin was at like 7,000, I mean, not 7,000, 17,000, I invested $600 in it. That same 600 turned to 2K. How it works. And it's like, so, I mean, that was easy. Like that was a couple years, right? But like not everything is like that. Like in the same sense, like how she just threw that 600 in, somebody could try to get in at 30,000 or however much it is. And if it goes down, you lose money. So it's very important to just like educate yourself on how this stuff works. And even when it's down, I don't even care if a stock is down. If it's down, I'm happy. I'm celebrating. Yes, because it's on sale at this point. You feel me? Like that's how we have to start thinking. Like when your money is low, you something that my mentor always says is like when everybody else is mad, I'm celebrating because that's my moment to get in. It's on sale. When everybody's happy, I'm mad because my stocks is up. But I really want them to be low so I could load the boat and get more. And that's just, how we got to think about it. But we really dropping some gems for real. I didn't even.
All right, bro, come on.
Food for thought.
I guess like my next question would be like, how important do you guys think the black dollar really is?
I think. Oh, you can go. You can go, Melissa. You better go.
Good.
Okay. Yeah, I think the black dollar is really important because I think about it like this: like a lot of people, as we were saying before, they get that money and they spend it, right? Like they spend it on. They don't even spend it on like our kind of like black-owned businesses. They spend it on what? Nike, Jordans. You feel me? Beats, AirPods, like you name it, like PS5, PS4, like all that stuff that's just making you waste your time, distract you from what you could really be doing to further yourself. And I'd just be thinking like, if you really count up all the money you could have made, like, and like, let's just say you look at the last 4 years and think about how much money you've had in your bank account and where your bank account's out now. You think like, dang, like I could have saved so much money. Like I be thinking so many times that like I received FAFSA from college for like 4 years, and like I received more than I needed. Like you feel me? Like I definitely had more than I needed. Like exactly. And I'm thinking like the last 3 years I spent my FAFSA, and I'm like, bro, like that's a lot of money. Like if I had say that, bro, who knows where I'd be at with my life right now? Who knows where I can invest in? And I feel like a lot of it just comes to like being patient. Whenever you get your money, be patient with it, especially for Black people. Get your money, hold it, and think about it. Like you feel me? Like what can I do so that I'll never ever go below this amount again? You feel me? That's like the mindset.
Facts. Melissa, were you gonna add?
No.
I mean, you don't have to.
We pretty much said everything, so it's just like.
Yeah, I 100% agree. And it's like, well, if we go off that concept of money as a tool, like it could either help you or hurt you. I think even in the Black community, when we do have money, we're conditioned to save. But we don't know that money depreciates the American dollar depreciates at 3% every year. So the more you hold in that money, you're actually losing some. So it's like you got to put it to work. And even the buying power of Black America today, if we all put our money in together, we could buy Mexico. You could buy a whole country. Like that's just a fun fact. Like that's what we can do. And it's like we don't know those things, and we look at dollars as like, I mean, I can't find the word, but we'll just shred them. Like we just throw them in all these different companies and we get nothing back. But our counterparts, they put in money into all different accounts, real estate, Roth IRAs, all these things that are helping them generate more wealth on top of the fact that they inherit money. And it's just like so many ways that we can get money as a community, life insurance, like real estate, all these things that we just don't know about. And I'm gonna go off script really quick because like I really just want to show everybody like the power of investing. So I'm gonna share my screen really quick and just show something. So we talked about how like investing is powerful, and like I think a big misconception is that you need a lot of money. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look up like an Apple stock, and I'm gonna look up how much their annual return is. So over the last 10 years, Apple has delivered an average annual return of 43% per year. So while we're saving money in our communities and it's depreciating at 3%, if you would have just invested some of your money into Apple, it's appreciating at 43%. And we're gonna see what this means. This is something that I always use to like look at stocks. But let's say like, you just invest $1,000 into Apple. Let's say you start off with $25. And every other month, you put another 25 in over a 10-year period. And Apple is appreciating, I think it said like 43%. Let's see how much money you'll have. That money, your starting contribution was $25. What you put in total is $3,000. What you get out is $26,000.
Yeah.
I don't know what else will give you that.
Right.
No other thing in the world that can do that for you, bro.
But the thing is, people don't want to do long term. That's the problem. They want to spend, and they want quick money. Like even myself, like I'm a victim. Like when you do hair, you just get quick money. It's like I get quick money. I gotta wait. I don't know. It's that mindset.
You can keep most of your money.
Right.
Invest $25. It will turn into $25,000.
Exactly. It's just taking the initiative to do it.
Yeah.
I agree.
It really is that want to, though, to be honest. 'Cause I feel like a lot of people, they're too lazy to get into it because they don't think they're smart enough. They might not think they have what it takes or whatever. Like, they just don't think they have it in their cards. I feel like a lot of it just takes that initiative. Like, to decide.
Work for sure.
Yeah. Because when I first looked at the, even like all markets, the stock market, the forex market, I looked at the charts, bro. I'm not gonna lie, my first thought was, bro, like, there's no way I'm gonna understand it. Like, I was just looking like, damn, like, I feel like I need like a degree to do this, you know? But then as I started learning, I realized, whoa, this is like real, like bonehead. Like, this is like, anybody can do this. Like, what? And that's what was really mind blowing to me. But it was just that initiative that to get me through that negative feeling that got me through that, you know?
I agree. Yeah. I mean, but a lot of this stuff, like everyone watching, it looks hard, but it's really not even that hard. It's not hard. It's no secret formula, Krabby Patty formula. Like, it's none of that. It's literally like if you want a simple, like, first of all, I'm no like financial advisor or anything. I just want to put that out there. You know, I'm just speaking.
Very knowledgeable though. She knows she's talking about.
I'm just speaking on stuff that I do. Just look at the top companies. Look at who are the winners, right? Who have been dominating the game? What do you use every day? What is in your ears that you put in? Like, what cars do you see emerging, driving over self-driving cars? Like, you know, look at those people and say, I wonder if they can make me some money.
Man.
We give them so much money. I wonder if they can make me some money. You take 4 companies and you just pick those 4 companies and just invest over a period of time. You won't have to worry about putting a down payment on the house because it'll be waiting for you as soon as you take that money out the stock market, period.
Yeah.
So those are just some gems, man. Like, I mean, I could go on all day about this, and I'm pretty sure we all can, but we really just want everybody to be, you know, financially free, you know, and just get up on it. Melissa, do you want to talk more about like entrepreneurship and like how that has helped you and just shape your vision?
What do you want me to talk about? Like on a grand scale or just
like, so what made you become an entrepreneur in the first place? Like, you say you started braiding hair and everything, like, you know, like,
okay, so like
what keeps you going?
Okay. Well, that's another thing. Whatever you do, make sure you love it or you have a passion or it makes you happy. Like when I do hair, when I'm done, I like to see that smile. It keeps me going. And the incentive is money. Like I don't even need the money, but I mean, obviously, I can do without getting money, but money's the incentive. But what keeps me going is just that the money is good. Like honestly, hair industry, you can make a lot of money. And you know, I want to even, you know, create a line with edge control or just having bundles or, you know, this is more that you can do with it. Because you got to realize like these hands are limited and there's going to be a certain time in my life where I can't braid no more, and making sure that I, you know, have money, making money is the goal. So it's that initial drive and finding something that you like to do. Because if you don't like what you're doing, then what are you truly doing? So
Backdrop. Yeah, I mean, I agree. My mom is a business owner. I literally watched her work with 9 to 5, come home and work on her business, perfect it, and then execute it. But what you have to understand, what a lot of people have to understand is like everyone wants to be an entrepreneur, but like not everybody wants to do the work of an entrepreneur. You know, I've seen me and Melissa used to live together. I seen her wake up at 6 a.m. to do a client's hair. And I was just thinking in my head, I could never. but that's because I don't love it. Like, I don't care about braiding hair, and so in order to do the hard work, you really have to love it. Mecca talked about, investing in Forex, like how it looked hard, but he was like, man, I don't even care if it's hard. I need my money. I need that check. I need to be financially free. I got goals. And as long as that's at the forefront of like what you're doing, that's what matters the most.
And if 2008 Mecca and 2018 Mecca compared to 2021 Mecca, it's a huge difference.
Man.
He's money motivated. He sees the bigger picture. Like, this is clearly a work in progress right here.
Man.
No cap, no cap. I realize I want so much, like I look at all of us and I can tell like we want so much better for ourselves, like not just for us, for our families, but for like our generation, like for our future. You feel me? Like, that's what keeps me going. Cause I think about like how I came up, like how my mom worked so hard for us, bro. Like single mom, bro, didn't have a dad there, teacher. You feel me? Went and got her master's while we was still like young. You feel me? Like I just look up to her, and off that, bro, I want to retire her like literally within the next 6 years. That's my goal, like to retire her. So it's like I'm gonna work as hard as I can till I can't no more, but to succeed in that goal, that's like I gotta achieve that. Like there's no failure for me in that. So that's what keeps me going.
Man, it's that burning desire. I feel it.
Yeah.
I see my mom work so hard. I'm like, Mom, hire me. Let me help. What can I do? Like in Black families, like we got to learn to pass the wealth. We got to learn to work for each other. Like I work for my mom. I run her payroll. XYZ.
Boosh Cali, I gotta eat it. It's so good.
Boosh Cali. Shout out to Boosh Cali. Check us out on Instagram at Boosh Cali.
Okay.
What's that?
Huh?
Restaurant.
Mom's restaurant.
Oh shoot! I'm out. Okay.
So like, work for the family, man. Like put it back into the family, grow the business, because it's yours. Generational wealth. We gotta pass stuff down. I'm working to pass stuff down. I'm not even working for me at this point. This for my kids. Feel me? Like that's how we gotta think.
Exactly.
Ownership, bro. Ownership is everything.
The bigger picture.
The bigger picture always. It's like so many of us grew up without having nothing. Like I received a diaper when I was born. I didn't receive no money, no inheritance. I didn't have nothing written for me. Anything I ever have right now is something that I worked for. I appreciate everything that my parents did, but like it was nothing spectacular, but like I want to give my kids something different. I'm pretty sure we all do. So it's like just working now,
Just leaving that legacy.
Legacy.
God, so like, I want my problems to be as an adult is wondering if my kids spoiled. You feel me? That's my problem. That's a good problem to have.
Man.
Come on now.
Let them be spoiled, but they gotta be humble too. Cause
absolutely.
That's like
send them to Auntie Mo. She gonna get them right.
They're gonna learn today.
Facts. Yeah. I mean, like a lot of people be like, I want to teach my kids the same thing that I like. No.
Actually, let them know, this could be your life, but it's not your life.
Not your life.
Appreciate it. Better. I'm giving you these keys, so you better keep igniting that key, because if not, the engine gonna run out. Then what you doing?
Facts. And I think it's important to note too, like if and when anyone does have kids, like you got to pass the knowledge down. Like, or else it's useless. Even if you do generate wealth for kids, you open up, portfolios for your kids. If you're not educating them on how to use it or what to do with the money that they're inheriting, then it's useless.
Yeah, and that'd be the problem, because they, they get it, they don't know what to do with it. What's they gonna do the first thing? Sell it, get the money.
Right.
Don't think of the long-term goal.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I guess like my next question would be like, how do you guys think we like truly obtain like financial freedom, or like how will you know when you got to that point?
For me, I think I know I've got to that point where I can wake up one day and really like I can decide whether or not I want to work. You feel me? Like I feel like that's the moment I feel like I've low-key attained that, where I'm like making so much money is passively being made for me that I can wake up one day for work and be like, yeah, I'm not gonna come in today. Have this dude handle my stuff. You feel me? Like that's when I really feel like most joy. I hope, you feel me? When I get there, like that's gonna be a moment where I probably cry. I probably shed a tear, Cause that's the dream right there, in my opinion. Like those days, like you can really like do whatever you want. Like a day like in life is really limitless. Like you really can be like, maybe I'm gonna go to Brazil today, you know? Like just to go, like let's go, let's take the family to a trip, you know? Like to where everything's not really like there's no like limitations on what your day could be. That's when I feel financially free.
100%. 100%. If I could get up and go wherever I want, I don't have to answer to not a soul in this world.
Faithfully.
Financially free.
Yeah.
Financially.
Stability. Knowing that I'm okay where I'm at and I can go from months of not working and I could still be in the place that I am today. I'm financially free.
Yes, sir.
I agree. And I think like something that's really important too is like the amount of streams of income that you have to, you know, like a lot of people, it's like we grow up. I know like a lot of parents are like doctor, lawyer, you know, that's it. But honestly, today, like that's not even enough. Like I could be a lawyer all I want, but I'm gonna spend all my money that I make paying back my financial aid or my loans. And then, you know, I gotta live wherever, so I'm spending a whole bunch of money on living. And then if kids come in the picture, you gotta spend money on like it's really not enough. So it's important for us to like, you know, diversify, put money in different places, start a business outside of your 9 to 5, you know?
Like I don't think there's any problem working a 9 to 5, but I feel like it's a problem for people when you just want only one stream of income. Like that should never be your goal. I think everyone should strive for multiple streams of income, you know, because like a 9 to 5 is good. I think that can create discipline, keeps you, you know, knowing for surely that's like safety blanket. You for surely always gonna have money coming in. But when you create the multiple streams of income, that's when the options really open up. You feel me? Like that's when the horizon starts to expand.
Right. It's like 9 to 5, that's the starter kit, starter pack, and then we go from there.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know. That 2 weeks waiting to get paid. I don't know. Uncle Sam playing too much. Like I don't like that.
The cool thing about like working too is like it's hourly at some jobs, and it's like some like minimum wage. I don't know how much, like $12 or something like that. Even some people get paid 20, right? That's good money.
Right.
So imagine working an hour and somebody handing you a $20 bill. Like, huh? Like that, it's low key disrespectful if you think about it. And it's like we really be slaving for these companies. They don't give us nothing. They don't even care. They'll fire you on the spot. You can't take no sick days, no maternity leave for this amount of time. Like it's so much that comes with it. That's why, like, you know, money is really power. Once you got money, you can do whatever you feel like. And that's what's important.
No, for real. Like, and when you're so used to making quick money and then you realize that same concept, like you get paid $12. I can make more than that. The amount I get within the 4 hours, I can make that in a day. Like, no, it's disrespectful to me.
Whoa, look who the wind blew in. George, what's happening?
What's up, George?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
How's it going, man?
Good. It start yet?
Yes.
I'm just here to listen.
Sure. Cool. I mean, we're almost done. Like the last thing I would ask is like, so anyone watching, like what advice would you give to, you know, start their journey to financial freedom? Because all of us have clearly started. We have the mindset, it's just about doing it. But, you know, a lot of people may not have that mindset yet. They may not have started yet, but they want to. So what advice would you give?
I would say start now and start young. You feel me? Take the initiative. Because in reality, bro, the only thing you have to lose is a little bit of money. You ask yourself, bro, if you lost $100 or $200 today, would you never see another $100 or $200 again? If the answer to that is yes or no, come on, bro. Like, what are you waiting on? Like, I'm saying that this risk to reward for this, I think is so amazing. Like, you know, like I can try my best, invest, and I realize it's not for me. And I'll be like, all right, I'm out $2,000. And I can keep going on with my life. You know, I'm gonna be able to make more than that. Or I can take that risk and realize, dang, look, a year from now I'm up 50,000. Okay, what's the year 2 gonna look like? what's your 4 gonna look like? What's your 10? Like, you feel me? Like, you realize that the number just keep growing, bro. And the results aren't gonna come quick. It's gonna take time. It's gonna take effort. You feel me?
Patience, yep.
Yeah.
The cool thing about investments too is it compounds. Like your money is literally like compounding, like, bro, crazy. But go ahead, Melissa.
I would say find a side hustle. And with that side hustle, never spend the money you did and just save it. And that's your compound right there without investing. But if you want to invest, do that as well.
My thing is something that I learned is like we have right now we're super young, we have time and we have money. Most of your time should be spent on something you love or making money. That's my view, or learning. Those are the three things. If it's not doing those three things, then you really got to reevaluate what you're doing in your position in life and where you want to go. Like, we got to set realistic goals for ourselves and understand that, like, some of these goals can be achieved 100%, but not if you don't put the work into it. You know, like I could say I can be a millionaire by 25. I'm on track to do that. I'll tell everybody on this call, I'm on track to do that. But the day I start messing up is the day that like I won't reach that goal ever, you know? So it's about setting realistic goals and learning all that you can learn in this moment while it's accessible to us, while we can, and putting your time to use. Time is money. Money is more money if you use it the right way. So that's my advice, you know. Like Melissa said, gain as many like side hustles as you can. Like, that's important, you know. Start a business, you know. Devour your time. Take control of your destiny. George, any advice?
No advice. I would agree with all you guys' advice. That's all I have to say. Y'all haven't said anything wrong yet. Keep it up.
For sure. Well, I mean, so does anyone have any resources that they want to give out to the people watching before we just close out?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and shout out I Am Academy, bro. That's what changed my life, bro. They're teaching. There's over 50 plus 7-figure traders in the Forex market, HFX market. They also teach drop shipping, which is, you know, e-commerce, that opposite. They teach you how to trade cryptos. You feel me? All types of that. I shout them out, bro. They're the ones that changed my life. So anyone interested, feel free. Hit me at Mechatron _, 2 N's at the end. Go ahead, hit me there, Instagram. I'm open. All right.
I shout out, you know what I'm saying, on Instagram, Come Up series on YouTube. They going crazy too. Go listen to them. Financially, since I'm late to talk, I don't know if you guys already talked about it. To just get your mindset right, I started to read Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. He definitely had me right. I got some more books, but let me go on the thing. I haven't read them yet, but just read.
Nothing good comes easy. That's important. They're gonna hide the knowledge from us in places that they think we don't look. Everybody say they hate reading, but that's where the knowledge is at.
Yeah.
I guess some resources that I would give is just earn your leisure. Definitely. Yahoo Finance has been my best friend throughout this process. Like, I will go on there and it'll tell me what stocks I need to buy and when to buy it, literally. So that's my best friend. Um, Reading, I started with Rich Dad Poor Dad, kind of got my mindset right. Um, and then one thing that like maybe I'll have a part 2 of this where we just like really going into detail on what to do, but like there's a website called Finance or Portfolio Visualizer, and you can put in every stock you want to invest in, and it'll tell you what your portfolio will look like, and it'll also let you know like the more investments you have, it kind of, I'm actually not even going to get into that because it gets confusing, but you know, just look at these resources that, you know, everyone is giving you and just, you know, dig into it.
My bad. Let me say one more thing.
Go ahead.
Also, you know what I'm saying? Go to Investopedia. That'll teach you a little bit about, you know, how to read an 8K, how to read a 10K, how to read a 10Q. You know, if you guys don't know how to read any reports, you know, like they say, learn your fundamentals first. Yes. I would say that's already starting to help me out. I've been reading a little bit of SEC filings, and just trying to see where money is, if it's profit, if it's like lost, however. But Investopedia is one, and then YouTube. You can't never knock YouTube. That's where we're all getting a lot of our information, and a lot of other people are getting their information from. I want to say the name is Lazy Traders, but I could be wrong. But and then him, my guy Mecca, he ain't get me wrong yet. He made me some bread. So yes, sir.
Yeah. Use your resources. Use us. Pick our brains. Like, I'm pretty sure I've talked to George for like 3 hours about this. I haven't talked to Mecca yet, but I'm pretty sure I could call him and talk to him 3 hours about it. Melissa, we talk about just making money and just our futures all the time. Like, hit us up. Talk to us about these things.
Or even people who like have businesses. Talk to them. People who are invested. Talk to them. Sometimes just talking to people too, you learn a lot too.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree. Well, I thank everyone for getting on here and just having this conversation, man. Like, I'm open to do it again if you guys are. This is just really stuff that our community needs to know. They need to know, like, there's trust. Like, Mecca is doing it. Ariane is doing it. Melissa's doing it. George is doing it. Like, some of us are doing it, so it's no reason why you shouldn't either. So I'm gonna just leave it at that. If you don't do anything, at least start learning. If you don't put money there yet, at least start learning and just starting that process, because learning plants the seeds. That's where it starts. So thank you all for coming, and I hope you guys all have a great day. I really thank you, and I'm appreciative of you guys coming because it was just an amazing conversation. So
thank you, Ari, for having me, man. Definitely love to come back.
Facts. Okay,
well,
well,
I'm gonna support you no matter what.
Already know.
Look at Ariane, Peanut.
I'm ending this now.